course, don't forget that game Hiko really popped off yesterday and managed to take the game off of Thunder Predator. He's up against like the direct counter Bat Rider in the mid lane, Legion Commander, and still managed to win. That did happen. Now, see what Infamous Gaming decides to grab as their last pick here. Yogurt Magi taken means they're probably going to grab some sort of right-click carry that can scale with that Bloodlust. Though Terrorblade's still in the pool. That could be something they grab here as well. It does okay against the Bloodseeker in lane. We've seen it a number of times taken against the Bloodseeker. In fact, the high movement speed on it means he has an okay time walking out of that blood right, and that's something that you have to be worried about in the laning phase. So, 8 seconds. Come on, let's see it. Whoa, Terrorblade. These 2020 skins are getting ridiculous.
Nailing your picks, almost as good as a TA call right there. How well you called that, but TB, yeah, made it as far and it's to be picked by Crazy. I feel like it wouldn't be there, especially get Blood right on the ground. Probably keeps Terrorblade a little bit safer if he wants to get a Sunder off.
One thing I don't like about Crazy's lineup here is just the fact that you run into that same problem that we had the other day with the what team was it? I forget the team. They ran Clockwork and Mirana as their position 4s and 5s. And those aren't heroes that can sit in lane, so they kind of left. That was a Zoomer series as well, actually.
Yeah, that was Infamous against them.
Yeah. Another NA team trying to run this cheeky lineup against Crazy. These are okay heroes for it. Of course, Bloodseeker and Ember Spirit are both heroes that are fine with sitting inside the lane by themselves. But like I said, neither of those heroes can kind of come in and start winning the lane for you if you start losing them. Mirana and Clockwork just kind of sit there and soak up EXP. Neither of these heroes fight that well underneath creep waves. Arrows are being blocked by the creeps. Of course, battery assault gets divvied out onto all the units. It's not great. Phases Void and Medusa banned out by Infamous, so they're thinking, all right, we're just gonna out carry you in the late game with Sven. We'll probably play this, Windrunner as like a position 4 that'll scale into the late game. Gonna play the Void Spirit as our mid probably, which of course they can also. They've got a lot of flexibility. I'm liking what Infamous has got going on here.
I'm hoping Infamous goes to the classic off-lane Ogre Magi that we see all the time.
That would be wild. I mean, we're getting closer to the end of the groups. This is the time where they're kind of like, all right, time to pull out all these pocket strats that we've had, you know?
The Hiko pocket strats, come on.
Yeah.
We saw it yesterday.
Yeah, Hiko did message me saying, you know, we've been, the only thing that really matters is making it through the group stage. We just don't have to end in that bottom 2. We've been saving strats now. And, you know, Hiko, you son of a bitch, you pulled it off.
Against one of the top teams. So, you know, be 2-0ing Thunder Predator, I feel like, is massive for them, and we'll see how that ends up going.
Being raided by a party of 122.
Yeah, Beyond the Summit 2, coming over to Beyond the Summit 1, joining the party.
Shout out to Beyond the Summit 2, showing us all the support.
Yeah, I wonder who is on that channel.
I do want to say real quick before this last pick comes out, before we get in this game, shout out to Beyond the Summit for making this tournament happen, for hosting this NA region. I got the news this morning, 16 teams, European and CIS in ESL Online Germany. You know, no North American division for that one.
Yeah,
I get it, it's expensive to run a tournament, but again, I'm just glad that Summit's continuing to run these NA tournaments. In these trying times, we still have you guys. The ESL should be ashamed of themselves. All right, this last pick though, Crazy. What do you think they grab here? The TA talked about this one a lot, nonstop throughout the tournament.
Honestly, I think they keep the Ember mid. So I don't think it'll be the TA. As much as I'd love it to be the TA, I can only say it so many times before my brain just goes, I don't even believe you. I don't believe the words that are coming out of your mouth.
This is very sad when, you know, you see the hope of a man slowly fade away into nothingness.
I would love definitely though to see TB. I think that would work well.
I don't think they grab TB here. Again, they have this issue where they've got these two roaming heroes, the heroes that don't want to sit in the lane. You need something that can sit by itself. So you might even run that Ember Spirit in the pause
safe
one.
lane, DK mid? Nope. Juggernaut safe lane, Ember mid.
Yeah, you know what? I don't mind this. I don't mind the Juggernaut. We talked about this a number of times. He's able to get out of a lot of what this enemy team has. When there's a lot of magical setup and burst damage stun, Juggernaut makes a lot of sense. You are going to need to build a MKB at this point, so you can deal with Michael with these skills and being like a 4 with a high impact. But other than that, you know, it fits in with the rest of your lineup. You can be a little bit more aggressive with it. While you don't have the best team in the world for hitting the towers, you are able to sustain your push with that healing ward. HFN on the Juggernauts, nothing to scoff at. And of course, CR4ZY, natural builder of that Orchid. Repeat it with the root and get all these things, or out of these things with the Manta style and everything else with the spin. So a lot of flexibility with Juggernaut. He's going to be able to maneuver around these team fights. The question is if he can keep up with Pox's farm, dealing with his Bloodlust, dealing with his Great Cleave.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen Sven just completely pop off this tournament. We've also seen Sven's not do very much. There's the one match at K1 Hector, as great a performance East Coast is having. He opted to go Midas that game over Massive Madness, and I feel as if he was really punished for that. Alright, I'm liking what you got going on, Mood. What do you call that move?
The Gallop, come on.
The Gallop? Huh? You got dance moves, B-Cup? You seem like someone who was dabbled in the club scene as a New York dude.
No, I'm not actually a club person. It's not to say I don't have dance moves. As that would be a lie. Hold on, let me get this lore draft out of here. There we go. Get that out of here. You know, I did take a couple lessons here and there. Not like real lessons, but you know, lessons.
See, I can do the electric slide. I can do Nickelback line dancing.
Alright.
White people tradition. But that's about all I got.
I learned a lot of my moves from my last girlfriend. That was about it.
That was just
he's very dead under the Blade Fury. Cryo comes over, Shackle lands on him. Rumiander won't be able to escape. Now they go for Pavita. They've still got 3 heroes here. Firestorm down. Aoi taking a lot of damage. KXY, he's got the Resonant Pulse to finish him. So 3 kills, now 4 kills before the horn. 2 for 2.
This is how I want to start my day, with blood, North America and South America. There's no rivalry between these teams, I don't believe, but you know, when 4 kills happen before the horn, you just kind of feeling this game isn't going to have that 60, 70 minute game with like 15 minutes of downtime. KXY with a BM already. You guys are calling him right back.
Is See You Later Nerds BM?
Yeah. And you don't think being called a nerd is an insult?
I mean, we all play video games.
Yeah, but some of us are cool video game players like myself.
No comment.
The kill going the way of HFN will help him, though. He gets his first item, Wraith Band. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but it'll make harassing a bit harder. Ooh, Michael. Taking the damage. They spread the dot though here. 2 heroes get in, but oh my god, Pepita's leaving him behind. I guess he's more worried about HFN having a good start.
Yeah, of course. Why would you want HFN to have a good start?
I mean, spread the damage, help Michael out. Look at him sitting at such low HP. This guy all out of HP regen already. Gotta be careful for Aoi, man. This guy's crazy. Hashtag go crazy.
Yeah, I actually be the one who's in trouble. Blade Fury right on top of him. Aoi here with Battery Assault. HFN gets the kill on a Pavita. So Michael can't even do anything to help out the guy who helped him.
Yeah. Finishes that one off with a crit. So that is 2 kills under HF on belt. 6 and 3 for CS right now. Look at him go. Continues to see us perfectly. Well, you were learning your dance moves with your ex-girlfriend. HFN was practicing the way of the blade.
Yeah, that's why I'm very bad at this game.
There you go. The aggression coming out from him. 2 points into spin. I wouldn't be surprised if, if he had that before. I think he could have just tried to run down Michael.
Michael getting run down now.
He might be.
If he throw that Firestorm, I think that's just a big waste of mana.
Yeah, if he firestorms, you waste your mana. He pops that immediately and starts running down Michael. So I think you need to hold that one. And of course, you do have the point in the shackle shot, 2 seconds stun. You have some kill potential here if Michael goes too over aggressive and wastes that Blade Fury without being able to bring someone down.
Towards top. Shackle doesn't land. They've got the cogs. Get inside.
He's too close to the tower right now for him to really be comfortable diving, popping that Blade Fury again. If we're worried about the punish coming back out, bottom lane movement was dropping a little bit low, but this is a man that plays fast and loose. You
think we'll see him take the second point and arrow like we saw the other Mirana the other day on Infamous?
I'm really not sure. It's possible. He might just go for more reliable damage.
Oops.
Moon tends to roam a little bit more than other position fours, and of course him being on the Mirana means that doubly so. Excel, knowing that though. Large brain gamer over here. Follows him to getting any CS on this enemy mid. I like what you're doing here though on Moon. You clear out the big camp. Not only does it secure your extra CS with your arrow, but as soon as KXY goes, okay, I've shoved in the lane, time for me to get some delicious CS. Big creep's missing. You only kill him on a small centaur. It's not even really worth walking over there. Moon Meander, the 2000 IQ as usual. No surprise here. Several-time major winner player. And of course, being Canadian makes him even better in Dakota.
I've heard that.
From the top, it's picked up by KXY due to his superior use of Aether Remnant. He pulls Bryle back at the last second.
Things all of a sudden getting very quiet.
I don't like that part. There is lots of stuff to talk about. See, Moon grabbing that dead.
Fortified their structures against attack.
There's gonna be no. It's level 6 without that haste. Probably just gonna sit in the mid lane. Talk about the CS of all these heroes. I mean, all the heroes at the top are sitting very close to each other. Look at this.
So far, so good.
Of course, the bounty rune.
Bryle.
Every coin helps.
Astral Step. Still looking. Excel's here.
Oh, Bryle stays in the trees.
Syrian chains, but now they've got the stun. Arrow comes in, and it won't be enough.
He had Slate a fist up, but I think it was just at the same time he died. Just not enough time to. Oh no, it just got the mana.
Okay, stun now on him. And they get themselves a second kill. Owie's surrounded by 3, but the battery assault might be able to kill KXY. Does get at least 1 and has a rocket flare. Excel needs to back away.
Gotta be careful. Owie. Nice rotation. Coming in a little bit late. Again, Bryle did have that sleight of fist, but he just got this point of mana as he died, so there's just no way to get that off in time. But it'll be some nice XP for him. Again, just hitting level 4, being able to bring down that level 6 mid hero.
KheZu, by the way, is farming bottom. Hasn't really been touched. Was second on the CS chart. So, KheZu let's see what he can do. As you know, I'd like to see him once he gets the 6 move around. Now he does hit that 6 mark. Either got to stand still and probably eat an arrow, or run a little bit and juke and jive, which sets you up for already a level 3 blood right. That's what they might just do on to Excel.
Oh,
rupture. Blood right. He tries to avoid it, but that's just making him lower and lower. And there's the arrow, and there's the kill. So that's the nice setup of having this Bloodseeker as well as the Mirana.
Yeah, you're always going to be able to guarantee a kill there. You know, you just kind of wait for them to pull that TP, and as you do, you throw the Sacred Arrow, so it's either cancelled teleport or have it cancelled by dodging. So there's no way out in that scenario. But, alright, bottom lane. You got the Mask of Death. You're going for that Mask of Madness. It seems on top of this, and that's definitely what I prefer to the Midas.
That's simple. He's down to about half health. Owie comes over. They're TPing in Michael. The shackle will hit on the Bloodseeker. He's going to continue to go after Excel. They have a Void Spirit here, but if he gets hit by the Blood Right, he might be in trouble. Good stun from Excel. That locks down Kezu. They get the kill on Michael. They get the kill on Excel, and followed up with one on the KXY. 3 for 1. Not a favorable trade by any means for Infamous.
No. That one was rough. They did all they could. They were all sitting very low underneath that tier 1 tower. Of course, you suddenly lose that ability to juke around in the trees under your tower. That's a powerful pull when you're up against the Bloodseeker. So they tried to bring him down first. But again, you're allowing Moon Meander to come online. He's very happy to do so. He gets his mechanism. It becomes that much easier for him to take the fight to the enemies. And they don't want to be taking this late against this Sven Wind Ranger. So he's actually opting to build a mechanism first because he's having such an awesome game. So he's got his mana boots. He's going for mech. This will just allow him to sustain the push that much easier. Top lane, how we rotating up here. Probably going to want to set up a kill on Pepita now that we have Omni Slash available.
They're looking top. Get the kill there on Pepita. Use that Omni Slash. Kill off this Underlord.
Accelerate his farm even more, you know. Now he doesn't deal with the Underlord in the lane. CSing is that much easier as well. It's pretty annoying dealing with that minus 15% damage, and of course the Underlord always contesting your farm with that huge base damage after he gets from a Trophy Aura. Doesn't want to commit to the tower though. Worried about Michael and these other heroes rotating in on him, so he just goes right back to the jungle. He thinks, okay, I've got neutral items to get, I've got to get my Yasha, I'm just gonna get all the farm I can instead of trying to take this tower. And look at these juicy stacks he's got over here for him as well. Owie 2000, the GOAT. He does it all.
Is that the only stack though?
Dude, come on.
Could be better. Disappointing.
Oh my god. Yeah, it doesn't meet BCOP standard of support, unfortunately.
Come on.
The whole jungle would have been stacked at this point.
I don't stack.
I don't either, to be honest. I play the very aggressive style of support.
Meanwhile, Pagas, he was getting huge stacks over here. Now he's got huge stacks over here. Ironwood tree down. He's happy. Look at him. He's sitting top of the net worth, tied with this jug.
And he's going to outfarm him. Let's do this!
Blood Right, this would be a big kill. They got it. Arrow flying in, and it won't land on anybody, but they still want to make a move. They've got the Rupture out. Damage done on Akezu is definitely felt, but he backs off into the Pit of Malice. Firestorm down. Astral Step once again. Blood Right, they should be able to get the kill on a KXY, and will. Meander on the run. Owie right on to help Brile out. 2 for 1, that again benefits Crazy.
Oh, it's not over yet though.
That arrow missed. Shackle comes through. Owie in trouble. Moonlight Shadow. Got a sentry down, so they keep the vision on him. They know that HFN's coming over. HFN, he's got Omni Slash and just can he get the kill? Yes, he can. Jumps over to the Ogre, and 2 are gone.
Very clean there. A beautiful team fight by Crazy. They do lose Owie, but you know, and Kezi, but you take that fight every day. You get into the enemy triangle, you grab, secure it with a ward, split on the Sven's farm, he's forced to go back to his jungle, but they still have vision of him over here. So, after they grab KXY, oh wait, just
got a creep though.
yeah.
Consolation.
Yeah. After they, again, aggress on the KXY, I think they'll move their eyes towards the Sven here. They have that ward up onto the hill. They actually pay him out a couple of times. Say, alright, this is some guy down this guy's farm.
Interesting to assimilate. Arrow hits Wave Fury onto KXY, and they get the kill. They've got the blood right down that silences up the Underlord. So Peter can't throw anything their way, but Bryle, he remnants out. So crazy so far. They haven't lost anything. They'll take out Michael. They'll look for Excel. They've got the blood right down, so Excel's already dead on his screen already. But Peter has to back off, and now they converge on this tier 1.
I mean, you keep the Sven alive inside your jungle, but you lose, what, 3 heroes? You lose your tier 1 tower, you're losing everything. And this is the aggression finally coming out from Team Crazy. Another 17 seconds here, they'll have a healing ward, and they'll be able to keep their push up. They do split up now, though. You know, they don't want to waste too much time, so these guys want to get everything done on the map. I want to see Aoi, I want to see Aoi stack some more camps and HFN take them. And there's the healing ward from HFN. I guess you don't really need it on Mirana. She's just about got the mech complete, has mana boots, and Bloodseeker's just going to be able to see us to top himself back up here.
Sven's still sitting close to the jug, but you can see Crazy, they're doing a really good job of just getting through these infamous heroes.
Yeah, and he's always going to have the advantage farming over him. Again, he's got that Mask of Bandits, he's got great cleave to rely on. And Juggernaut's not going for this Battle Fury build himself, not that it would even keep him up with them. But the aggression coming out from them is going to slow this Jug down. It's going to get all the other heroes on their team alive. Top lane, Infamous, starting to make a play. They want to push up here. I'm not sure this is really what they want to do. They're probably going to smoke up over here. Do you see it? Yes, smoke on the courier. Let's go, boys.
Masterful mark.
So they smoke up, and again, you have to rotate all the heroes up the top lane and maybe thinking you can grab a tier 1.
Arrow. Close.
You know, they get away this time on Infamous. It's very close, though. HFN playing very far forward. Feels super confident now that he's got this Manta style complete. His health drop's pretty low. Got to be a bit careful and put his healing ward a bit further back. Oh no, you see that over there?
Going? Oh, good sleight of fist, Syrian chains, HFN.
Yeah.
For a second, they might go with one.
Yeah. That's Sven actually, I think, had the ability to grab that Juggernaut there if they get the slight Searing Chains. Because he has got strength up. He gets this DD rune and a Mask of Madness. The amount of damage that can come out from this guy in like a fraction of a second is incredible. So even taking this fight, they have to be pretty careful about. They know that they need the control for Poxus, and they don't have a huge amount of stun, as a couple people in the chat were saying.
Over Bryle, and they get the kill. Everybody's here for the side of Infamous. They're able to lock him down, and the rest of Crazy need to disengage from this courier. Hello? Ember's courier? Oh, interesting.
But that is up to plus 300 damage, or total of 400 damage to hit once he pops his Mask of Madness. He has bloods. He's attacking 2 times a second, so 800 DPS at 15 minutes in the game, and he's got this DD on Sven. You know? This is some. I'm not too good at math, but these are some big numbers.
Hookshot cogs around Michael. They've got the Rupture onto Excel. They're going to try and Dark Rift away. They can't get anybody else, and they're forced to leave. 2 supports go down inside of Infamous, though, and the tier 1 will follow suit.
So, yeah, you had your time in the sun on Infamous, but, you know, the map goes back to the side of Crazy to take down that last tier 1. Probably grab your triangle again here. You already have 1 ward behind that tower. Grab those tier 2 neutral items, and then maybe start setting their eyes on Roshan. We'll see. Wait, HFN, what's he doing with this javelin? Vision Pierce is nice. Again, talking about how later in the game he's going to have to scale and be able to bring down Michael with an MKB. And of course, Foxes might eventually get Heaven's Halberd, so he needs something to deal with that as well.
Can Sven carry this by himself? Ooh, hold on. Underlord gets caught by Moon Meander as well as Owie tries to put down the Pit of Malice. It takes a couple times, but he finally lays it in.
Sven carrying this by himself? I really don't think so. All right, mid lane. Shackle off the mark. He dodges it with a sleight of fist.
Ryle wants this. He wants to go for more. They've already bloodlusted P.A.K.As. They've got a sentry down, so they have the lockdown, but you could already see Sven's retreating. He doesn't even want to be involved in this fight. Sleight of fist, Searing Chains, arrow misses, and Excel. No way he was getting out of that one. It was either the sleight or the blood right that would have killed him, so... Another kill for Crazy, and they're up 20-8. It's a 7k lead. There definitely has been points in this game where it's felt close, even though the network doesn't show like that.
Yeah, they've had moments of brilliance on Infamous here. They've been able to blow up a couple of heroes, but like last time you needed that bottle on Puck just with the God Strength. The double damage run on to be able to really blow up Ember Spirit here. I'm not sure you're gonna have that many opportunities like that. He's trying to get this
Hook shot, nicely done. Pods around 2. Shackle lands on the Bloodseeker as well as the Ember. And look at the damage coming out from this Omni Slash. Pack is in trouble. Blade Fury on him gets the kill. Meanwhile, Pepita's gonna get chased by Owie. Doesn't exactly have a way to stop this, but they'll finally find KXY. Tries to Dark Rift away, and slights just not enough damage. Survives with 18 health.
Rocket Flare coming off a cooldown just a moment later. I was trying to shoot that one close to him so it had less travel time as well. Nice try, but they set their eyes to Roshan, and of course there's nothing you can do about this. God Strength just popped 2 heroes down. And HSN with his mastery of the way of the Bloody is going to bring this down pretty quick. This Samurai reminds me of a young Nef being up.
Excuse you? This Samurai reminds you... I just want everybody to hear what you said again. I'm going to reiterate it. This Samurai reminds you of a young Nef. Are you some sort of blade wielder that I don't know about?
I practice every day.
I mean, I have a sword in my place as Michael dies top, but you know, it's more decorative, I think.
I see. Yes.
I can show you. It's got my initials on. I found P.A.K.as. Moonlight Shadow just comes in, doing some damage on Owie. Kezu here now with HFN, who doesn't have Omni Slash, but he's no longer ruptured. So Blade Fury out, in some trouble, and ends up dead.
Gotta hold on to at this point. Oh no, I mean you try to slow him down, but you're worth so little to them at this point that he's just gonna go CS instead of trying to chase you into the trees. They head over towards mid lane.
Good mount.
Is under attack.
They should be going for this, it seems like. Moon Meander's looking to wrap around the other side, throw an arrow out there. They've got the Aether Remnant. They look over and they pop the Aegis. They're going to lose Excel for this. Pepita on the run. He ends up low. So that's going to allow Crazy to keep up with Michael. And by keeping up with Michael, should be able to get this kill on the Windrunner. Has the Yules, and then, ooh, good Shackle and the Dark Rift away from the Underworld. I'm surprised he got away.
So he lives. He's going to be able to hold his base in an all-right fashion. It's difficult when you're against the healing ward, that huge sustain, but Firestorm, of course, a percentage-based damage ability. Excellent for holding buildings. I feel like they're able to just whittle these things down, chip away at them every so often while they've got the healing ward. I think KXY committing pretty hard to that healing ward. Doesn't go for the Omni Slash, though. No, KXY has that little scepter and dissimulate. And, of course, Mark, but yeah, I think he just dies here.
Got Bo2 to simulate natural step away, but they've got the rupture. Can only run so far, and eventually an arrow should come his way.
He doesn't try to TP. He gonna TP here.
He definitely had a lot of time to TP.
Did they have the interrupt? I guess they had the interrupt. Because they just walked up and used the Yule Scepter there. I'm not sure if he was below 25%, so they would have vision. It was close.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Either way, water under the bridge. We got different things to focus on, like bottom lane. Excel has been hunted down by Kezu. He's an absolute bloodhound.
Well, that is his job. He misses the blood right though. Is he gonna let him go? Yeah, probably.
Not worth the time. Just an overkill.
Ooh, HFN? Pagas? This should be an Omni, right?
Oh, no. He can't Omni here. You know why? You got the Aghanim Scepter now in the Sven. You Omni him, you just storm bolts into the creep wave, and the Omni ends immediately there.
That is very true. Did just pick up that Ags.
HFN high IQ gamer.
And it's Windrunner. Get the kill there on to Michael. Now they look over. Omni/Use. Look at the kill on the Excel as well as Pepita. They look over as the Rupture gets used out on the Sven. They'll stand inside the Blood Right, and then the last will step forward. Got some control on the move meander. KXY and the Fox actually will help Infamous try to get some numbers back and fight this, but they lose packets, so a lot of their damage is already gone. Peter bought back and is forced to run all the way back to base, but can't do so. Sonic the Searing Chains as well as the arrow coming in. Shackle lands onto the Bloodseeker as well as the Ember.
And it's looking very rough for Infamous. Again, despite after fight crazy taking you with this scrappy lineup they have. Aoi always connecting with his quick shots, arrow 3 on the mark. By the Ember's still here though. He's too far forward.
Roy. Shackle lands on a neutral that had 1 health left.
It's too hard for Aoi to get in and help him at that ankle, so he does go down. Also gotta be careful with how aggressive he is. King Bar finished on him now, and if they smoke up, well, as long as damage does come from Bryle, I think they see that HFN isn't with them. He's elsewhere on the map, so this is their chance to get a couple of kills, get back in the game. Aoi catches out Poxus though.
Stormhammer used, and now he's in some trouble. Arrow flies forward, won't hit on anybody, so they've got the control to get the kill on Aoi.
And again, oh, they're laughing at him now. That's not nice, man. Aoi died for the squad there. You know, he's the anchor here, so to speak. As everyone else gets back, he's in position to catch a smoke if he has to.
Down 17k.
You know,
Okay, but Dion, you know, Pepita just has no farm.
these graphs don't look good. Saying that, ooh, they brought it up from a 98, 99% victory chance to 97. At least Aoi and Bryle kills, giving them a glimmer of hope. But I think they just wait until Aoi's back up to go for this aggression one more time. Michael making a mad dash forward into the trees. I think you can cancel this with the lead here.
Woo! Quick shot from Aoi. That lands nicely placed.
Oh,
For him to go. So,
Oh. Aoi trying to give the kill to Kezu here.
yeah, he does.
It is BMing him at this point.
Drink your blood.
Top lane. Pepita and KXY come in the safest part of the map, you know, the enemy side, where you notice that the enemy team probably won't be. This is how aggressive they're playing into your zone.
BKB popped. Lyle wants to move in for more. Pepita already thinking about dark rifting. They don't have the damage to stop this, and they don't actually pull Packers back too. So they got the BKB out of that.
So, well, the BKB is pop, you are forced back. Actually, you know what? That's not that bad for Infamous. They managed to shove the lanes, get a little bit of farm, and force that BKB being on cooldown for a couple seconds now. Well, chances of victory still look just as bad. You do have some ways into this game. Again, Sven being able to hop onto Bryo with This Aghanim Scepter and 15 talent and the D-Spell. Just blow up his fire shield immediately. It'll stop Yules coming up with a lot of these enemy heroes if they try to save themselves. A lot of damage could come out from Sven. The question is, how long can they last? How much more of a net worth can Crazy carry? Because Sven just die right here. Oh no.
That was...
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, HFN, that was embarrassing. Everyone's gonna call them Baby Slash or something now.
Give Chad the idea, yeah, they'll do that.
Yeah. Poor HFN. Excel goes forward here onto Aoi, gets himself silenced. Aoi has the hook shot, but doesn't want to commit it onto the Ogre. He wants somebody else on the back line. Heroes to go on. No, throws the rupture out, and he'll take Michael again.
Yeah, easy kill there under the tier 2 tower. They don't really care for it. Arrow misses, but still continuing to send Infamous back into the base.
Yeah. Constantly shutting down this Wind Ranger is great too. Again, this guy is like an anti-carry. If you get on top of somebody, just burst them down with that focus fire, he's very happy. He's like, no MKB, no problem. As the saying goes, I believe.
I've heard it said that way before.
Yep. They want this tower. Kez is bored of this game. He's snoring, sleeping on this stuff. You know what? This game is too easy. The series too easy. We've been up all game. The enemies can usually hide in their base against us. It is, like you said, 27 minutes. They want to get some neutral items under their belt, probably. Maybe a Paladin Sword, maybe a Titan Sliver. Ooh, that's big for Sven. And then he's got no Black King bar. Parakeet for Jug. Probably give that to Aoi. So I'm sure he's happy holding on to this Philosopher's Stone right now. This stonks.
This Searing Chains, thinking about the Dark Rift, goes for it. He has that Yule, so that'll secure his escape.
They know once they're late getting on him, if they don't get an initial disable, he's just gone. So they let him go, turn around, start clearing out the creep wave. Other neutral items here. Craigie Coat. I'm gonna go to maybe Clockwork or Marana here. One who's not doing a lot of right-click damage. Yeah, I think he's flying out the Craigie Coat.
Duels on Alley. Doesn't beat him out. They've got the Stormhammer and the kill.
Nice identify there by Infamous, seeing that everyone on Aoi's team is too far away to be able to help him. And of course, when you're this far behind, you think, okay, Aoi's the position 5. He's on a Clockwork. This kill isn't that big, but when you're down 18, 90k net worth, it's like 10 to 34. It's worth popping this God's Strength to secure your kills every time you're able to.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
HFN not joking around though. He's looking to close this out. Pressure the enemies, punish them for using God's Strength on Aoi. So they're not going to be able to take this fight in such a great manner without the God's Strength on Toxes. Tier 3 towers broke down to 900 HP.
Yeah, they really don't have the damage to defend this at the moment. They're actually, I would say, more so lucky that the side of Crazy backed up.
Yeah.
Bounty.
I think Crazy's just trying to show some discipline. Again, they probably saw some of these games yesterday, think, oh god, this is what Dota 2 can be if you're not a little bit too careful. You throw away your lead just like that. So, boxing the enemies into the base, grabbing these neutral items, and of course securing this next Roshan are all keys to staying in it. Not going to make the same mistake that they saw Zoomers pull either. I'm sure they'll use this Aegis to the best of their ability.
Yeah, Aegis Cheese. Arrow comes in, that'll help secure this Roche, and just hopefully grabbing it. But yeah, makes his presence known, and a little early on that Roche attempt to make your presence known, throws out a pit of malice. They've got the Yules, arrow flies in, won't land, but let's look at the kill onto the Underlord. Astro step forward, on this blood seeker. Now they've got the stuns to lock him up, and the shackle on HFN. White Shadow comes in, but it's not going to matter. Omni Sledge bounces over the neutral. It's not as much damage as he would have liked. That's for certain. take out HFN as well as Owie. It's Michael who gets a double kill with that power shot, and all of a sudden, Roche is infamousness.
They do a 180. HFN's Omni Slasher is so off the mark that he's barely able to contribute in these team fights. He's just throwing himself out of position. These initial fights, I think they're realizing the real threat is Kesu here. He's making tons of kills happen. And of course, they managed to save him up for a full 8 seconds in the start of that fight. Bringing from 100 to dead over 8 seconds is wild the amount of lockdown they have. I don't like what I'm seeing here though. HFN's got to be a little bit more careful with these Omni Slashes. Maybe finish up an MKB, commit onto just like the Wind Ranger, or an Abyssal Blade is very big as well if he can blow up Void Spirit. But right now he's 20k net worth, but he feels underwhelming. He's not able to get on the enemies, and his Omni Slashes are just bouncing onto creeps. Getting a little bit of map control on Infamous has got to feel good, being able to take that fight, get that Aegis, leave your base is also a pretty nice one.
Yeah, they had been crowded in their base for a while. That's for sure.
Yeah. They were being herded like sheep by the
up the steps, and that was it. It was as far as they were allowed to go until that Roche fight. I don't know if that Omni Slash was entirely like that. Would just also seemed like bad luck, you know.
Bad luck? There's no luck.
He jumped up to the neutrals.
Well, then he Omni Slash too close to the neutrals.
Well, I guess.
Come on, this is a guy who scouted out that Aghanim Scepter on the Sven. Decided not to commit his Omni Slash at that time, making these good choices. You always got to keep in mind your surroundings. You know, that is the samurai way.
Step. Commander, easy kill. Can this team win? Again, I'm going to ask the same question. Can this team win off the back of the Sven?
I'm going to give you the same answer and say no, but maybe they'll win off the back of some of these really bad Omni Slashes.
Dark Rift book for HFN. Right foot's coming in. He's already used the blade. Here he goes with the Manta. Now he's been silenced. Uses the Manta before the Resonant Pulse comes out. He ends up dead. Murata buys back. Moonman Meander under the tier 1 tower. Survives, but that is HFN dead again.
Committed that Blade Fury too early, committed the Manta style before the first Resonant Pulse came off onto him, and of course they're not able to get the Omni Slash off because of it. Again, KXY, this is a guy on 150 ping or something like that. We're playing on US East. I mean, HFN is as well, yeah, but my God, HFN having such an amazing game. 21.5k net worth. Some of these bad Omni Slashes down this bad positioning. You're just giving the enemy team gold each time you die now. The game is wildly swinging around.
Okay.
Oh no.
Shot. Ryle trying to get the kill there on the Michael. Sven's coming over.
Dead.
Daedalus in the backpack.
Daedalus in the back?
Stormhammer out. Finally swaps it. Activating the Mask of Madness. Then puts in the Daedalus. They get the kill on Brile as well as Owie. They look over at Moomiander. Silence onto the Sven for now. Look at how quick Kezu's running around the map.
Sorry, you need to put your Echo Saber away.
Shackle.
They fought back on Owie. They need to chase this. Owie needs to...
I don't know if they need to chase this. God Strength is up in 5 seconds. That would be a risk. Peta.
I think they take this fight. They need to...
Sven might be able to, might be willing to make a jump.
Yeah. Oh my. HFN. Getting closer to this Abyssal Blade. Things will be a bit easier for him once he has it. The maneuverability, the team fights, the hard lockdown, the jump, all these things get to play a huge part. But for now, again, it feels like the enemies have really taken a foothold back in this game, taking advantage of some of the misplays here. Swift Slash will make it easier as well, of course, once he manages to get that. but Aghanim Scepter for him is still pretty far off. Finishes the Skull Basher. Might build one more thing first, his MKB, before going for that Aghanim Scepter, just a blessing. Answer Fen disconnecting from the game. This guy might even be lagging, who knows?
Is he playing from the US East? Is he playing from the US East?
They're playing on USC servers. HFN's in South America, though.
Yeah.
At least I'm pretty sure he is, unless Crazy flew him out. Just double check real quick. Actually, I can't because he's no longer in the lobby. Can't see his ping. We'll see soon. But yeah, I'm like 99% sure he's still in South America. It's, believe it or not, very difficult to get through borders right now. For some reason, people don't see esports as an essential service. Hopefully we can change that. I need my video games.
Fair enough. Now he's reconnecting.
He's back. And status on this one, I just need to see what his in-game name is. It's a bunch of D's. Apparently I don't know how to read, or he's changed his name again. Alright, he is at 85 ping?
It's not bad.
Wait, no. Sorry, 136. My bad.
Okay.
I don't know how to read.
Of course.
I get one language, don't even speak it that well.
Is the other's cunning blade.
Not going for the Zags yet, going for Abyssal for the Jug. Swoop Slash would have been nice. Bloodseeker going for an Axe. First time we've seen a Bloodseeker go for the Axe without just getting it from an Axe blessing.
Yeah, it's a big item though. And okay, nice. They got the Spell Prism on Brile. 20% cooldown reduction is very big. The mana regen above all stats. They're all set up to go on Brile here. They have to be careful though, considering he's got a BKB. This Spell Prism actually gonna make a world of difference. All right, we got it. We got the Abyssal Blade. Step 1 complete. Step 2, get this Aghanim to jump on the back line, and of course, step 3 is that MKB to be able to blow up Wind Ranger, get through some of this evasion from the enemy heroes. Actually smoked up now on Infamous. It's hard to smoke. I'm gonna try to bait them out. Oh no. Yeah, they're gonna know they're smoked. They pinged out the Excel, who popped out of nowhere, even though they had essentially an observer there.
Yeah.
Timeless Relic for Sven. That the Wind Ranger Void Spirit is going to be very big. Such a big Void Spirit item. Again, you get that. I should say all the time, the Aether Remnant, the extra spell damage is pretty huge, and of course, you get that Dissimulate, so you get like a 3-second stun on people. Sick.
He's getting close to 25, that's for sure.
Illusion
I'm surprised
Escape.
the XP is as close as it is. You got 2 heroes here for Infamous who are about to be 25. Do they have an XP lead? It's just about even overall.
I don't like
yeah.
I don't like Brile holding the Illusion Escape. I want him to be using the Spell Prism instead. Might just be using it to shove out lanes, multi-wielding. Yeah, look at him. Switching between these two things here. From my respawn, 10 seconds now. Oh, so he can miss a second Omni Slash peek up. I can't HFN. Please don't be mad with me.
No chill,
No, it's the first game of the day. I got that fire. This game is he's dead. Okay,
Abyssal
I
Blade
take it
used.
back.
That's the Abyssal Blade debut.
No, that's dead now. It's a double damage during this roll, and then nothing.
Okay, so I play. Lumiere?
Tries to use him.
They spot him. He didn't have a TP jumping that far. He's actually in a significant amount of. Oh
no.
Now he's not in as much trouble. Unless all of a sudden Lumiere hits an arrow. They do pop the Lincolns. They've got the Rupture. He's still in trouble. Goes into the Assimilate. Back over the middle. Astral Step. I think Rupture popped the Lincolns. So he's able to walk freely. Doesn't mean he's going to get out of this one. KXY goes down to Mumi.
It did take a very long time for them to kill him, and not to get bounty runs there on Michael because of it. One bounty from KXY, 2 onto Michael, and the last one was sitting there. Want to try to grab something from this. No buyback available on the Void Spirit. Ogre Magi, he's up in 17 seconds, but not a huge impact on his fights. The Parakeet will make things a little bit harder, and they have Fortify, of course. Tower goes down, tower goes up, tower goes down again, hopefully. Or they just get back. They get back.
Ag's Blessing.
Egg's Blessing. That's the item they want. I mean, it kind of sucks. You were going to build the Egg Interceptor on Ember Spirit. You're going to save yourself 4,200 gold and gone for something else. But that's just life sometimes. Juggernaut going to be more than happy to grab this. Like I was saying, this probably would have been his next item, if not the item before, because it was MKB, which he has now. So timings are very good, and being able to gap that distance and jump on the blow them up in the back line with that swift slash is going to be huge. Ooh, we'll meander out for Michael in the top. Oh no.
Dust. Trying to get away as best he can. Remnant forward. Ryle staying with Michael. And Shackle comes in, but he's just buying some time. The rest of the team, meanwhile, is up near the tier 3 anyway.
Yeah. You do have buyback, but again, you haven't made any real item progression in the last couple of minutes here. Dying like that kind of sucks when you want to be building it and maybe to be able to plug in here or something. How to get the bro bring down HFN twice here? I think the first time reasonable, yeah, but it's 3400 HP. But it just doesn't have the damage anymore. Tries to deal with this heavy harass from the firestorm.
Remnant all the way in. Sort of his searing chains on the Sven as well as the Ogre. Arrow falls that up. That hits on a Pepita. Back from Michael. Nothing doing yet.
Healing up a little bit. They got the range tracks, but not the important one. This is the big building. Parakeet this tower. What's up? We got one charge left on the item, so I'm not sure if you're going to want to commit it. You do get a lot of bulk from this item.
Then moves up. Fury used once again. Getting through back door. Got a fist searing chains on the Underworld as well as the Ogre. Missile Blade Excel in some trouble. Swift Slash gets used. And now he's right on a Pacus. Goes into the Blade Fury, but loses that Aegis. They got the kill on the Clockwork as well as the Marana. So now HFN's actually in some trouble. He's dead a second time. Wow. And they might get Bryle too. They pop the Lincolns. Remnant, but that'll finally disjoint it. Or, well, disjoint the Sven.
The Sven has been disjointed. Excellent. Mechanics.
Finally, now for the Bloodseeker. That was buyback from the Marana.
Marana Moonshard, that Paxis is going for now. Juggernaut's getting locked down and killed. I feel like he's not getting full advantage of Swiss Slash here. MKB may have even been a poor choice. I think maybe he would have preferred to go Black King Bar. But at this point, Sven's just ripping him apart. Oh, Havoc Hammer found, but I think he's going to hold on to this leveler. That plus 60 attack speed is just too big.
Yeah, Havoc Hammer to Pepita. Next question.
A lot of this push was sustained by the fact that they had these repair kits, though. a very balanced and cool item.
Sven picks up the satanic CR4ZY. He'll end up dead.
Caught
Goes
him
down
out
to
with the
Bryle and Moomiander up in the top lane.
Searing Chains hit him, but then the arrow followed up and just bursted down. No problem. Feeling kind of weak on Juggernaut right now. Again, you had the Aegis, you had the cheese, and you just got blown up and killed twice in that last team fight. I mean, yes, you're hopping on top of the Ogre, Magi and bursting him down, but you gotta keep in mind, it was like 20 plus minutes ago, he was 9-1 and like 11. And now he's only gotten like 1 kill and 1 death since then. His impact hasn't been huge. Nathan has done an excellent job of dodging these fights and bringing down the Juggernaut at the moment. He like overcommits with his Blade Fury, with his Manta style.
Shadow. Take it.
Top side of this Searing Chains, the rest of the team pushing through mid.
He's gonna throw a Remnant back. He doesn't have one out right now. Oh, the Shackle. Juggernaut could just die here if they committed onto him.
Lotus Sword, the arrows coming in, not gonna hit on anybody. They've got the silence out on the Sven. He continues forward. The bash! Omni Slash! Or no, just the Swift Slash. Didn't commit the whole thing. I'm surprised. It looked like he thought he wanted to. Sometimes it's just so hard to tell the difference between Swift and Omni off the cuff.
Yeah. I cannot tell the difference still. The chat might know, there might be a way to know the difference, but when you're just watching, they look the exact same to me, except one having like a
More tint.
more tint. I was gonna say I think Swift Slash you can throw from further away. That's the biggest way to know.
That's true.
All right. Then playing a lot further back now, but still not being able to bring down these major structures on the side of Infamous. This melee barracks has been a real thorn in their side. They managed to bring down the tier 3, but these things are just going to heal back up. I feel like they're just biding their time, waiting for another couple of items on some of these other core heroes. If Michael here can manage to finish this. Oh, he did. Got his Monkey King bar now. I actually missed that one. That one's going to play a crucial part in winning this game as well, being able to blow people up. Japan just feels kind of underwhelming at this point. He's on 5.2k net worth. I mean, he's 6th slot. He's got 41k.
Shadows.
Moving forward, Blade Fury. And now HFN, he needs to be careful. Lincoln's on him. Malice with the stun. HFN moves that away from the Lotus Sword. But the hook shot comes in. Oh no. Omni Slash. Howie ends up dead. The Yules is used by a multitude of heroes. They get the kill on HFN. They've taken out Howie. They'll buy back on the Jug. Down goes Pepita. Sven sitting pretty low. No Satanic to go for. Got Kezu eating the cheese. Moomiander dying behind the Jug from, I believe, the Crater Cleave. And they get that kill on a Bryle. Sven is ripping through everybody. HFN just fought back. He's dead a second time. Packus with the Ultra kill.
Oh no, the Sven there. You committed the Omni Slash onto him when he had the Lotus Orb. The Sven was Omni Slashing your team. That is disgusting. HFN is just something off with him this game. They had this game in the bag, and I feel like he was the nail in the coffin for Crazy, and he couldn't get anything out of it. I'm not seeing a fight recap. I wanted to see if that's what happened. People died too fast and fought back for me to see the death summaries as well.
Straight force?
They're just gonna go right through for this again. HFN is good without buyback.
Side of Fist, if they kill the Sven, I mean, buying a Divine Rapier just seems detrimental to winning if you give it away, and now they don't feel comfortable. That Aether Remnant Sven's damage, more than enough to get the kill there on a Bryle. Got the Ancient exposed, repair kit's not enough, and Infamous steal the game.
We're seeing repeats of yesterday. Cactus played an amazing game, yes, but I feel like the major issue with this game was one.
$1,500 gold. He actually is going to go straight in. $1,500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here, opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Zep misses again, but there's the invest bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out. They have the magnetize. They get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to that aggressive. The Borslow comes through. He has no infest. He has the armlet toggle. Needs to be careful. The spirit type coming out. The glimpse back onto aggressive. Gets him back in there. They get the grave off in time though. The open wounds will come through. They have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole. Grab the long ground. On to 3. Step as well as them one are gonna get chewed down. 3 dead. Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me, from the low ground?
DJ, God, the crowd, he just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life. And likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Showit looking for a Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in. Pops the rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the Silver Edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto 2. Black Hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get up to Static Storm. Showit pops the refresher. It's not enough. Maybe it's getting chewed through by mid 1. They get off the Roar. They'll lose 2. They'll lose 3. They buy back on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tongfu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. How? Brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain. And waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to just eliminate somebody from the fight, very similar to what Mu can do for Tongfu. So if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but the thing is there was a range creep in the way. There it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express. Welcome to the well. He just goes to Tongfu. And now charging back out. Dindy going to be spotted, and he gets, no, he doomed the Chen. That's a much better choice. Oh, he got him. He got him. Not going to follow it all the way because we got a battle to watch with Puppy. Trying to get away from it. Going to be telekinesis back. And they will be able to get him as well. There you so a 1-for-1 trade. And wow, Hal is still alive down there. Engagement breakout as Kuro. Oh, there we go. The hook. Got him. Zhan Xing taking the long ride to Shanghai. Welcome home. Na'Vi is down. Can you say mega creeps? Na'Vi, he got him. One more. This is what you call one for the road.
Man, I can't.
The game for IG. Who leads the way? I believe it should be Zoe. They're gonna cut for the shorter path. They storm up the river. Patience from Zoe. Waiting in the wings. Na'Vi's about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep. The surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Vacuum in. Ravage on everyone. The black hole as well. Light of heaven turns it around. Ravage as well. Stolen by Dendy. Are you kidding me? They turn it around. 4 heroes dead.
5 heroes dead. Chuan trying to survive. Chuan's gonna go down. Puppy talked about the Naga counter. It's Light of Heaven with his BKB. They turn it around. I don't even know how they're gonna do it. Standing ovation from the crowd. The last tower will be going down.
Start the fight with that global and just try to blow up and get on top of that Zeus right away. Get into that backline. I mean, the Rubik and the Zeus are really starting to be quite an issue for them.
Chalice. He's in with the opener, straight in with the lasso. The tower will fall, but they'll drag back the Ember Spirit into the torrent, cut him down with the Tidebringer. He's dead once, but on the side, they find Arme. Arme's dead for 60. Still alive at the moment, and all the use! Gets the dodge! Anna up into the end, dodging the Echo Slam. Somnus, he's trapped here in the Sprout. OG, they'll slowly punch down the Kunkka. The stolen Finch and Jerax sets up onto FY. OG!
But this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out, get more and more money, and that for me is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage dealing item, but in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Samel, Blink, Dragon Tail stun. Garda's going to be here with the hookshot as well. They're going to bite Samel. The Colt's Burn bought them a little bit of extra time, and with Samel down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see that CDEC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they can delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dodge! In from Universe! Into disaster! CDEC! They're gonna get wiped from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out, but the wombo combo perfectly hits from Evil Geniuses, and now they will take Roshan. Samel is back, they'll get the egg into the Immortal. OG right behind Arme. Gets a jump, finds the Pugner. Vision will not find a stun. Pugner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex down the Terrorblade. Spectral Haunt looking for the frontline attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the back line. The BKB, they're into the back line. Shaker, he's bouncing around. Hawk shot, she stuns on the way through. Is gone. No buybacks available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna. Hold him in place. Chalice will find the damage. F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Arme from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification. It's delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice very, very low on mana. They have a lot, but Arme, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment. 5 heroes around. The bubble is there protecting the melee racks. Anna, Sunder! Once again, the Sunder switches to life. Arme's back up to full health, but the damage from Thompson, it's good enough to kill off the bait. Buyback is there. Somnus leads forward. They just keep bunching them around, but they're still battling from inside the bubble. Pugner will come to the world living LGD. They're going for the GG push. They're going up the tier 4 towers. OG, they have to hold the line. They have the numbers. Seven from the side with a take on Arme, but no! Sunder is back up. It is there. Chalice will fall. They lose the Enchantress. FY pushing around Anna. He's so low. Can they get the die back on him? You bet your Nelly they can. Arme still very, very low. The blast will kill him off. But buyback. LGD want this now. LGD, or can they? Backing up? No, they're not. Terrorblade. BT's forward. The ball is up. Thompson needs to defend. X-Nova very visible. You've got a very, very low life Marana. But OG, they can't find the target. X-Nova, he's got the grip. He's got the control. He's got the kill. Thompson is down, but ES is up. Where the Echo Slam. Oh, there it is. Forward. There's your slam. There's the dunk. There's the play. Jirax, the savior of OG.
1,500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here, opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Zep misses again, but there's the invest bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetize, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to that aggressive. The Borslow comes through, he has no infest, he has the armlet toggle, needs to be careful, the Spirit Cypher coming out, the glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the Grave off in time though, the open wounds will come through, they have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole, from the low ground, on to 3, Step as well as them one, are gonna get chewed down, 3 dead, Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me, from the low ground?
DJ, God, the crowd, he just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life, and likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Showit looking for a Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in. Pops the rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the Silver Edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto two. Black Hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get up to Static Storm. Showit pops the refresher. It's not enough. Maybe he's getting chewed through by mid one. They get up the roar. They'll lose two. They'll lose three. They buy back on the tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill. And Tongfu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. Howl brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain. And waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to just eliminate somebody from the fight, very similar to what Moo can do for Tongfu. So if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but the thing is there was a range creep in the way. There it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express. Welcome to
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, B-Cup.
10 seconds remain. 5.
All right, here we are, back at it again with the Dota. I was gonna say with the white vans. That joke didn't land the last time I did it, like a week ago. So I'm just kind of like here. Ooh. Can you? Wait, can you open your video again? Oh, I switched it. Hold on.
Crystal Maiden.
Wait. I have to read. There we go. We're good. We got it.
We live right now? They can hear us?
We're live right now.
Well, they don't hear this stuff. It's fine. Crystal Maiden picked up by Crazy. You know, this is an AoE 2000 special. He's been spamming this a lot in his games. You know, Crystal Maiden is not all about playing that passive support anymore. She got that extra movement speed. She got that +2 base int. She's ready to spam her spells onto the enemies. And, you know, the other teams, they ain't really running this, but I'm believing in Crazy. This is a hero that this guy runs in pubs.
Wait. You're believing in Crazy after what we just witnessed.
Come on, man. Give HFN a break. If we don't believe in him, who's going to? If you see, the chat's been tearing him apart.
Chat tears me apart. I lose belief in myself. Now I'm losing belief in Crazy.
Oh no, this is so sad.
You get ripped apart by chat, and like that's the end of it, man. Like that's where the belief goes.
See, it's like taking advice from like a very aggressive, no longer cares about their job. I was gonna say teacher.
Yeah. I had a guidance counselor that did that to me.
What?
Yeah. Quick story. Sorry.
Okay.
So I was applying for colleges. I had like dope grades, dope tests, whatever. This isn't like a session of me just talking about that, but there's a couple of schools that are named similarly. There's the University at Buffalo, and then there's the University of Buffalo. And so she goes, you should apply for this one. And I'm like, University of Buffalo, right? She's like, no. Or no, she said yes. And I was like, okay, I'll apply. So I applied, filled out everything. I had her desk and I sent it in. And I'm like, and she goes, Ben, I have great news. You got into the University at Buffalo. I'm like, what do you mean the University at Buffalo? I want to apply for the University of Buffalo. And she just looks at me and goes, whatever, this is my last year anyway. And that was it. I was just like, what do you mean it's your last year?
This is your future.
That was it. And
we can fix this, but you know, I'm actually off in like 10 minutes, and this is gonna take like 11, 12. So yeah.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know. I was just like, come on, are you kidding me? This is insane. And I got in. I didn't go to that school.
As hilarious as that is, let's see if Crazy can pull the game back after that last game. My God, that's gotta be damaging to morale. Every game is pretty important for all these teams at the moment. I'm just gonna pull over the stats of the group stage right now.
I thought you meant her messing up the colleges is damaging to morale. Yeah, that loss is definitely damaging to morale. For sure. They had a 25,000 net worth lead, and all of a sudden, you know, you just kind of don't buy BKB and lose.
Yeah, the scores in this group stage are wild.
Because they don't make sense at times, right? At least on the chart. It feels like Infinity shouldn't be in last.
No, it definitely feels like they shouldn't. Obviously, some teams have to lose, but when you draw basically every series and you lose one and you're in last place, that's pretty wild. I'm not used to seeing this in Dota. We've been seeing it a bit more often. These teams play a little bit closer together. They scrim against each other all the time. It makes sense that they all sort of sit at similar skill levels and they're able to take news off each other. But last game, I feel like, you know, between these two teams, I definitely value Crazy a lot higher. But, you know, they're third in the groups at 1-6-1 on Infamous, and Crazy 1-3-2. They're at 6th in the groups. Like, their scores are so close. But they're going to be even further apart after this series, even if they 1-1 here.
It's very odd because like Quincy Crew has 3 wins, but they're under Infamous, who are 1-6-1. And I don't know if that's because Infamous have more wins, but then that would mean that Infinity should be above Haven Liberty, right?
Yep.
So I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. It would then mean that Quincy Crew should be above Thunder Predator as well.
The Quincy Crew will be above everybody because they're undefeated at the moment.
Yeah, they win today, and then they should be in first or something like that. Windrunner again from Crazy. Do you like the Windrunner? Like, do you like these 3 heroes that Crazy picked so far? Like, I mean, it's a lot of control, that's for sure.
It is, yeah. The thing about this one is you sort of run into that issue where, you had to rely on HFN as like your main damage dealer. Like Bryle, he was able to get blown up at the end. He was sort of Slavish Fist Machine. He wasn't able to bring down Sven. I keep going back to the fact that, okay, it's 2020. It's very easy to lock down or blow up one hero. One hero can't really run away at the game. But that keeps happening in this series. And like, even though teams like OG and Secret, they're kind of very flexible with who's carrying their games. I feel like that hasn't really bled over to North America as much. So this, we've fallen over this like 4 protect 1 sort of thing, where one hero carries it in the late game, and the mid is usually just like some heavy rotator slash ganker that gets them that early game lead, blows people up, but eventually falls off and doesn't have the damage at the end. I'm hoping this will change as we get, I guess, the last couple of days of this group stage, maybe towards the playoffs, because I feel like there's room for improvement there. People can be playing other styles of this mid lane, other than like the rotation burst damage heroes. I know the patch really calls for that, but we'll see. Last couple of seconds here for Infamous. 30 left on the reserve time and 19 for Crazy. So LT team can have to decide how they want to round out these drafts. You have the global presence right now in Infamous. The Ancient Apparition and the Nature's Prophet are going to do a lot of work together.
Yeah, they should be able to do so. Is that a mid Nature's Prophet though, or is that going to be a mid Void Spirit? Like, would you think about, no, not anymore with the Clockwork. I was going to say, would you think about a 4 Void Spirit? We've seen some of that.
We have. Sorry about that. Haven't had my monster yet this morning. Actually had to throw a couple in the fridge from my shrine behind me. I'll be grabbing them after this game.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say I'd throw a couple in the oven with my chicken nuggets, because that's what you were cooking up before.
Don't tell people about my eating and drinking habits. You know, it's fine if I talk about the fact that I only drink Monster while they're our sponsor. But if people think I survived just on chicken nuggets and Monster Energy, which is true, they're going to think I'm some sort of degenerate.
That is true.
We can't have that. Next hero, only 5 seconds left for Crazy. What are they grabbing? Medusa.
Okay,
There's
like
that changing it up like I was talking about. There we go. We got it now. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be like Medusa in the safe lane or something. Because you have like
you think so?
The Wind Ranger. We have Wind Ranger and Tiny right now. One of these people are going to have to play a core.
10
Yeah, that's true. And Tiny's not playing the 3, and Windrunner's certainly not playing the 3. So, well, do you feel more comfortable as of this moment with a Tiny mid or a Windrunner mid?
Radiance turn to ban.
Probably put the Tiny mid instead. Again, you want to be getting early levels on these heroes with the huge amount of burst. Wind Ranger fills a similar role, but that's once she has focus fire. She has a javelin, maybe an MKB. Tiny can just sort of walk into people, toss avalanche them, pick them off, get a bunch of gold, and of course make the farm safe for a carry for X period of time.
Ban the PL, ban the Naga. So Magnus gets banned. Obviously, that could be your off laner. Could be mid as well, but I don't think Crazy's looking for mid in any way. Have we seen Bryle more on the Windrunner or the Tiny? I want to say the Windrunner.
Again, he can be either, but I keep thinking that Bryle's going to be playing this Tiny. It makes a little bit more sense to me. Moon Meander's style is more so this Wind Ranger anyways. It really sucks they lost this last game. Moon's arrows were off the mark a little bit, but he played a pretty good game. Aoi played an amazing game on that Clockwork. It was so good. But they'd still lost. Last couple of seconds here for Crazy. 10 seconds of their draft and 3 seconds reserve time. Run this out with a
off laner, Tide Hunter. Called it. Look at those cosmetics on that Tide.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know.
It's a new one. I'm happy to see something different, but I mean, I think it does okay. At night, you really can get on top of the Ancient Apparition as well as the Nature's Prophet. You could bring some trouble their way.
Yep. I'm liking it. You know, this hero does a lot of work. It's very good against the Void Spirit. Just due to the fact that you can't really Yules yourself up. You can't really Lotus yourself up by your allies to dispel that silence on the Night Stalker. And it's very unique in that way. You just sort of sit underneath people and you can keep them locked down. They give a lot less options. The TB, it's all right. HFN is now on this Medusa. I feel like you were downgraded to like the brain dead right clicker after that last game though. Because there's not a whole lot you can do wrong in the Medusa.
Wow. That is,
I mean that in the least flamey way possible. But you definitely overcommitted a couple times. The Omni Slashes weren't great. You missed like 2 of them, and then I think the last one in a really big team fight that really cost him the game. The Omni Slash, the Sven would need a Lotus Orb on him. And the Sven just went jumping around the team fight in Omni Slash, cleaving people to death.
10 seconds. 10
Yeah.
seconds.
Still just thinking about how you really just... Those are some massive shots at HFN, I'm not gonna lie.
I love to HFN, but that last game was a little bit of a mess. Maybe your internet's lagging. Maybe you're hungry and you need some nugs. Who knows? Maybe crack yourself open a monster.
Get some tendies. General brand tendies.
But these games are important for Crazy to win. Again, if they lose this one, they're going to go down quite far. And, you know, Haven Liberty is going to be pretty happy about that one. They're trying to claw their way back into this series. And you go 5-9 at this point. Haven Liberty is now at 4-10. They just need to pull out some W's here. And they're back in it. Bottom 2 teams do get eliminated. Next 4, lower bracket. And, of course, 4 after that, upper bracket.
I will say Infamous winning this series, if they were to 2-0, it secures them into a decent
upper
position.
Bracket.
I wouldn't say upper, because I think Team Brazil is very close to them too. Yeah, but it'll definitely put them in a you control your own fate kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know? Although Brazil has to play Infinity, Easy, and Quincy Crew.
Alright, let's go. We got ourselves some Dota, though. As you said, it's going to be Trial mid on this tiny. Moon on the Wind Ranger buys himself a Null Talisman first and some Tango, so he's going to be focused on harassing people down. As in the off lane, Night Stalker. Are we here on the CM? Getting the AoE specialty. I haven't seen the Sobi mask, or sorry, Sage's mask picked up on this hero at the start of the game before. I'll be honest with you. It makes sense. I'm very big on not spending all of your item on regen. In pubs anyways. In pro games, it's a little bit different. You know who you're getting farm. It's not that bad to use all of your starting gold on regen if you can see your good team against your teammates, but Michael is actually going to go down.
Yeah, Michael's taking a lot of damage, and this is, I think he gave up first blood last game.
Yeah. Maybe it's all part of his plan.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh man, I'm being judged super hard in the chat right now. Just learning about my eating and drinking habits.
Alright.
It's okay. They're very accepting of me. I'm surprised. I feel like I finally found a place I belong. I'm shocked right now. So anyways, Kesu, trying to zone, packs it off the room. Brian will be able to assist with that. Oh, he hits him with the spicy pepper. It's, throws it on Pox's back to Excel. Just he holds on to it for a little bit. This is a ticking time bomb. It'd be very embarrassing to have this pop on you in front of thousands of people. Back on the Pox's. You throw back in onto Excel. Oh my god. His brother he just hot peppered. Supposed to be on the same team.
This is why we need more Neff play-by-play.
I'm not sure that people want that one.
That was fantastic. I'm just gonna keep myself quiet. You got this.
It's the auto attack. He's got to use it soon. There it is.
He's got the pepper on him. Actually, early metamorphosis from Packus. You see this a lot with Terrorblades. Secure that early farm. Try to secure a little bit of stability in your lane. Decent shackle from Moon Meander, and you know, like you said, this is more of a Moon Meander style hero.
Yeah. He's much happier playing this one. Like the tiny, it's super solid. Like you need to be able to play up here position 4, but he's been playing the Wind Rangers, the Clockworks though. Now I get pulled back there. Nothing to worry about though. Actually, Moon Meander is the person that needs to worry. He's lost a lot of his regen already, sitting at very low HP. Needs to bury himself out some more.
secured some farm, Chilling Touch, and Excel goes to the Ice Vortex, and I guess I can understand that. It's not like you're getting a stun in this lane to follow up, say, Cold Feet.
I don't know, to me it feels like such a waste of mana, but I guess you're not having mana issues if you don't go for Cold Feet. So amplify that damage from Chilling Touch, maybe? I'll take it.
Helps with the chase.
Oh, that is so bad. You've just been forced to use yourself as a position 3 on your position 4 hero. I know that like his HP is also Kazu's HP, but it feels really bad when you're committing that kind of gold. I like what Excel's doing here, though. He's punishing Moon Meander's greedy build so hard. I talked about this at the very start of the group stage with you a lot. I feel like personally offended when enemies come to lane with no HP regen. I feel like they're disrespecting me. So I just play super aggressive onto them and I start like punishing for them. Like, think you can like just harass me in a lane, not take any damage from me? I'll show you. That's what Excel's doing here.
Yeah, and he'll have soon level 2 into the Chilling Touch. Get even more harassment out there. He'll feel kind of nice. Let's switch to mid. Let's take a look over mid. Got Bryle on this Tiny up against KXY on the mid Nature's Prophet. Ooh, hold on a second. Bottom, Michael. He goes down to HFN, who's sitting very low. Aether Remnant ends up being a trade that really doesn't make that worth it for HFN.
No, you shouldn't be going down on Medusa at a time like this. And again, you didn't have your mana shield active right there. You just got yourself bursted down without popping that. Not a great day. I wasn't watching that kill because again, the last thing I expected was Medusa getting blown up. You're ferrying out items to Aoi. That makes sense, you know. Make the lane a little bit easier. He needs HP regen. Aoi should be about to come down here.
And Aoi looks like he might just be dead to rights. They've got Battery Assault on. Fairy Fire, one more shot needed. Michael will be the one who gets that kill.
This is actually just horrible. Like the lack of coordination here from HFN and Aoi. I mean, HFN dying when he had Mana Shield available. Aoi going down there. Medusa and Crystal Maiden hitting different cogs. That cost them enough time to let them kill Aoi there, actually. They're just not synced up, and you know, it's really costing them a lot here. I'd actually be furious. I don't want to flame any of these players, but I'd be furious with that one if I was Aoi. Like, it should be very obvious which cog you're going to attack. It's the one to like the closest exit point. The safest exit point. It's usually pretty obvious.
Frostbite. PETA, and it just gets run down. Now he's got that level 1 of the Frostbite, level in Crystal Nova, and the Mystic Snake level 2. They were able to just walk down Pepita. Speaking of which, I'm a little bit surprised that we are seeing an off-lane Void Spirit. Of all the things, I wasn't really expecting that. You know, we talked about it being in the 4, we talked about Nature's Prophet being in the 3, and right now Nature's Prophet's sitting in the 2, having a great time up against this mid-Tiny. That being said, Pryle's not doing too bad himself, but, you know, it's a question of how many of those are treants that he's got in the CS.
Yeah. Risu is a different sort of stat you can pull. You used to be able to like check. Actually, I think you can. Is like a Dota buff and whatnot. Check like, okay, these are your jungle creeps killed. These are your lane creeps killed. These are the summon units you killed. But I don't think there's anything for in-game stats for that anymore.
Was the Tether, Lareth Tether, gonna have that ability?
I have no idea. I haven't read anything about it. I've been working in
PETA,
honestly,
and Michael, Battery Assault on the HFN in pretty deep. They've got Excel coming over. Really doesn't lead to anything other than the fact that they know the Ancient Apparition is bottom.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Pops Metamorphosis immediately. Trying to secure, I think he's level 6 against Kazu here. Probably put the point in this under, to be honest with you.
Ooh. Meander. Ooh, KXY. Both of them actually get really low. Fairy Fire stays up, and Meander is able to survive. I say that though, KXY comes over with such a little bit of amount of health. Shackle power shot. KXY, he made the rotation for this.
If you're still alive,
What?
That was your mid laner you just lost.
And now bottom, HFN, he's within the cogs. They've got the battery assault. Excel hoping out to get this kill on HFN. They even look over at Ali with battery assault ending on this Crystal Maiden.
Frostbite is there. Avalanche and Toss are available. Michael, I think it's only a matter of time before he dies. Throws it to... Oh, no.
That's
crazy. Gibson as well. That is mean.
I will say I'm surprised Packus has had such a easygoing time top, considering both support are now sitting bottom. But I say that Excel survives. KXY comes over. Excel still dies to Brio. Astro Step. This might end up being 2. Resonant Pulse. Brio low. One more shot. KXY gets the kill. They look just as Aui's able to TP away.
KXY getting recovery kill onto Tiny there. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world if he died of Moon here on the Wind Ranger. It does secure him a little bit of extra farm, so he had a pretty weak start to this game, having to go through all of his HP regen. The lane, in fact, gets himself used up by his Night Stalker, but getting close to this Javelin now and close to level 6, doing that pretty quickly here will just allow you to, I don't know, like run at the AA, for example, with the Javelin and burst him down in no time at all. Easy. Give yourself more fun with that one.
Avalanche Toss. Well, Packus just came bottom. He's level 7, and he's only gone into the Conjure Image as well as the Metamorphosis, so he doesn't have Sunder to work with. They'll get a second kill out onto Excel. We've seen TVs back off in the past and have an easier time going into the jungle and farming. But the question is, can he pull that off with the aggression coming in crazy at the big look up top? HFN, he gets low. He'll be dead for the 3rd time. So both hard carries are struggling, to say the least.
I don't know if I really say that Terrorblade is struggling as much. He's second on the net worth right now. Like, yes, he did just take him down, but you know, he's gonna catch back up. Medusa, on the other hand, when you have these like run at you heroes that can blow her up really easily, like you're always gonna have the global presence of the Ancient Apparition frost blasting him. You have KXY, Nature's Prophet, able to teleport on top of him with Wrath of Nature as well. You have Clockwork with players and Hookshot. Like, it becomes very scary to be a core who's falling behind. You want to get far enough ahead on the Medusa where it's not really worth it for the enemies to try and keep on you because you're too tanky, and that is not the kind of game that HFN is having. Mid lane, Aoi.
So, we'll get caught. He is not going to survive here. Aoi gets the kill. Aether Remnant will allow Cold Feet to proc on Kezu, but you just don't have the rotations necessary. After Nature comes in, and now they look over at Moonyander, seeing if they can get the treants in front of him, but they are summoned behind him. No chance of getting that. Astro Step, Kezu avoids the Aether Remnant. Have Michael coming over, only level 5, so he doesn't have a hook shot to work with. Dark Ascension used by Kezu to get out of this. So he's able to escape, at least for now. I say that with Treant searching. Rocket Flare spots Aoi as well as Ryle. Aether Remnant in, and now the Avalanche toss. Clockwork just ends up dead. Rapida jumping forward. Aoi goes into the ult. And horrible for this Void Spirit. Rapida dead again.
Aoi just manning up there, you know? He says, you know what, you've committed your stun. You want to jump on me? I'm a low HP Crystal Maiden. Boom, plus 20 armor. You're underneath my freezing field. Blows up him, and in fact takes the kill from his allies, which, you know, if you're balling like that, go for it. 4-1 on Aoi. HFN's no longer the carry. We've seen position 1 Crystal Maiden. Let's go. 4-1 and 5. Are you gonna argue with this one versus the baby 1, 3, and 2 Medusa?
The baby 1, 3, and 2. No, I won't argue. Ice Blast coming in. Avalanche toss. See the Crystal Maiden behind of Aoi, ready to go. Tiny also picks up this Tome of Knowledge. Giving the Tome over to your mid.
And then Iron Talon on the Medusa. I think she's sending herself out, or sorry, Moon found it. So they're not sending it out, it's just the Mask of Madness. Still, on a more serious note, Aoi getting all these kills under his belt, them starting to play a little bit more aggressive on Crazy, will give HFN space to farm. He's got this Mask of Madness complete now, which is going to like accelerate his farm like crazy. We've seen
Michael right on top of Moonyander. Shackle comes in, power shot over. Avalanche toss out on the Nature's Prophet. They get the kill on Moonyander. KXY getting low. It's a hook shot, ice blast. They get the kill on Bryle. Before KXY dies, Owie moves the rotation now. But this does not seem like this is going to work out for Crystal Maiden. Aether Remnant pulls him back, and Excel just gets himself a kill and takes out the 4-time spree of what? That Crystal Maiden carry you were talking about?
I still believe in him. Did make more sense to go for him there than the Night Stalker. It's a fracture of the armor and the HP, and way less movement speed. But HFN, again, he sent himself out that Mask of Madness. It was the same time the Iron Talon dropped and got sent back to base. He didn't send himself out the Iron Talon at the time, though, so there's something off about him today. I don't think it's just the fact that he had a bad game.
Ooh, I definitely did not see him just walking up and throwing a sentry down with 3 heroes right here and survived it.
Bryle wants something here. He's still 1,000 gold from his blink dagger, though. He's actually a little bit further behind than he'd like. This is the cost of your Medusa not having the best game and you being forced to rotate a bit more. This Mask of Madness is speeding things up a lot, though. Look at this guy. He's sitting pretty far behind the other heroes a little while ago. He's farming like 2 camps at once over here on the Ancients while stacking them, pop the Mask of Madness, clearing that out real quick like. And now 5.8 to Terrorblade's 6.2, and I think things will continue to go in his favor. Until you get a little bit more movement speed on the Terrorblade, I think the Medusa's going to be out farming with the split shot.
We'll have to see. KXY's having a fantastic game so far. Spire, Michael? See if we can do anything. They're just going to continue to focus on top of this clockwork. They'll get the kill and they'll leave the Ancient Apparition to leave.
Yep. Body blocks from the Treants on the Bryle. Oh, KXY silencing him so he can't get that toss avalanche combo onto him.
Nice spot seems super late.
Alright, now we got
it looks like they want to go for this. There's the toss, the silence in the void. All of a sudden, power shot comes in, and well, they get a kill on the Ancient Apparition with ease.
It's not bad, grabbing yourself that ice cream cone, but you wanted more from that. Getting the Terrorblade, getting KXY, who's having such an amazing game, would have been better. All he's got right now is this Orchid, which isn't the best defensive. Actually, he's got a poor man shield as well. So you got PMS, you got 11 armor. You're actually pretty hard to bring down on the Nature's Prophet. I take back what I say. I think sure that you're gonna finish him off, you're gonna commit onto him.
Going on, the tiny hook shot follows up, freezing field from Owie. Sunder, Ice Blast. Good job of getting that kill, and they also take out Bryle. We've got 5 heroes over mid, converging for the tier 1 tower and 2 kills. Good job by Infamous to grab that. Very wisely done by Cactus. That Sunder, Ice Blast in.
Yeah, that was nice there by Owie. Immediately noticed that the stuns had gone down to Bryle and pops that ultimate, tries to get as much damage off of the enemy heroes as he can before going down. Unfortunately, wasn't that lucky with some of these icy explosions. Is that what they're called? Icy explosions?
What,
is there more technical term for them? Yeah, the freezing field, each individual blast.
Oh, the freezing field.
I feel like the technical term isn't icy explosions.
Yeah. Surrounds Crystal Maiden with random icy explosions.
That sounds like
Ice Blast hits on him in Meander. He's still good.
He goes down. The icy explosion sounds like kind of like a way you would talk about like some sort of children's breakfast cereal, like the marshmallows inside the Crystal Maiden cereal are the icy explosions.
Shackle lands, KXY power shot, Bryle right on top. Him goes into the Sprout. They've got the Cogs pushing back HFN, so he TPs away. They take a tier 1 tower. To me, it sounds like how it tastes to chew 5 gum. Icy explosions. You know.
You mean generic, long-lasting energy gum?
Yes.
Yeah. Love generic, long-lasting energy gum. Has he that from blood here? Oh, he gets the Observer Ward. He's too quick.
Look at that ward blood all over his hands. What a monster.
Yep. Got Dark Ascension, but he probably doesn't want to use it. Level
Shackle hitting onto Excel, and Ether Remnant or not, they are just destroying Excel on this ancient apparition. He's not really allowed to be by himself for too long. He needs a buddy system.
It's hard though. You got no big boy to sit in front. The only real big boy is the Clockwork, and again, he wants to sort of sit back, have his distance, scout out with a rocket flare, then initiate with the hook shot. You don't have like a heavy tiny or a night stalker or last game like you had the Underlord, somebody to get vision of the enemies and like give you information. You can punish the enemy if they initiate on that. Yeah, they don't have that inside of Infamous. It makes things kind of rough. They do have a bunch of jump and global potential though.
Fairway meanwhile farming a bit quicker right now than the Medusa. You've got Nature's Prophet just about to finish his BKB, then going into an AC next. Kizu coming onto the high ground and holds himself before going up. I believe his smoke broke.
All right. HFN happily punching away on this farm. We've now reached the point where like you've got the Manta style on the TB, you've got some extra all stats. I think you're able to safely shove out these lanes with these illusions. Ooh, finish up this Scotty, and now farm the Medusa now. And of course, Scotty
toss on a Michael, and they've got the silence. They're right up on him. Another kill there as Owie ends up dead to KXY bottom.
Yeah, Peter did find him over in the trees there. Survived the initial burst from the Void Spirit, but of course, KXY coming in, finishing him off. So, support for support there.
Pack's only 2250 away from, or 2050 away from getting this multi-order leading up Scotty. Meanwhile, bottom, they find Pepita, they get the kill. They've also taken out Excel. I was going to say it's just an Excel kill. He's died plenty of times before, but Infamous look like they want to fight this. Stone G's used, Bryle right clicks coming in, and he can't survive what Packus is throwing his way. Do have Sunder, Focus Fire, Shackle, there's the Sunder, HFN, he's in too far now. He's in a little bit of trouble, but the damage on the Packus isn't enough. It's close, it's not. HFN falls before the Terrorblade. That was neck and neck, photo finish Kentucky Derby style.
Yeah, those two heroes, they have an interesting relationship with one another. The Medusa isn't that easy to bring down, even if you can bring her to like half HP. She still has the entire mana pool, which is most of her HP pool that Terrorblade has to burn through. So it took a while to burn her down, like you were saying, Kentucky Derby. Thankfully, Moon has had an okay game. He had the Demon Edge in that team fight. He had the Javelin, so the Focus Fire onto the Terrorblade, despite him having so much armor, did allow him to be bursted down there. But I think this is going to be a common theme in these team fights, and as he finishes the Scotty, it's going to get even worse until Medusa has hers, which is still pretty far away. Scotty, of course, being like one of the better items in the game against ranged 4 heroes. You slow them by 50%, you slow down the regen. Bryle is dead.
Working in Cogs, and the kill. Excel gets credit for that one. He's now 2-7-5.
Bryle being dead ain't great, but again, more space for your Medusa. If you can finish this 4-staff, it means you can get out of like a very heavy initiation from like Clockwork and Nature's Prophet. Right now, that's something you have to worry about. Holding on to this Quelling Blade isn't great. And you have your Dragon Lance finally coming out as well. So, extra range to hit more targets inside the team fights is going to be nice. It's kind of a bummer that you didn't have a better neutral item. The People's Gift isn't that bad. The 13 secondary stats is alright, but you want something to help you farm and do DPS in these team fights. This thing will make you tanky, give you more HP and mana. But there's definitely better items to grab. Your team's probably feeling pretty left out as well. You're holding up the Vampire Fangs and the People's Gift is not much for them to use. Because you want the Terrorblade's still holding onto this Ironwood tree over on the Infamous side. But you got like Vambrace on the Nature's Prophet, which is probably going to be swapping around depending on whether he's tanking or not.
Shot on a Bryle. step forward from Pita. They're right on to Ryle with the Ice Blast coming through. Right click damage destroys KheZu. Now they go Ryle as well as Alley to get the Astral Step across them. Stone Gaze only stops them for a moment. HFN, he's been surrounded and in a lot of trouble. He is low on mana and now has no more. Freezing Field comes out, that gets the kill on Michael. Alley gets away with one. Not sure he'll get away with much more. KXY makes the TP over. An early Crystal Nova just doesn't matter. They've got the Orchid and the kill. Now go right in a rook.
Yeah, nothing Moon can do about this one, even with the MKB completed. I mean, you gotta be careful against this one, though. You do have the burst damage to bring down the Terrorblade. Maybe not in a single shackle shot of the focus fire, but a little bit more, and I think you just blow him up. So Moon is pretty scary right now, even with just one item. Terrorblade's gonna have to be careful about that one, but game's getting rougher and rougher right now. They're Infamous with the Scotty completed. You don't get away once a Terrorblade gets on top of you.
Yeah, and they were right on top of them in that fight, ready to go, especially on top of HFN. Hits two. Ryle now needs to be careful, and he jumped into that. Interesting move to go in on that as Excel gets a double kill. Now looks over at Moonyander, who kills off KXY, so that's at least working for him. But the hook shot from Michael is on the money. Shackle won't matter. They're still going to take out Moonyander, and 3 heroes die for the side of Crazy.
All of them down here in the bottom lane. Again, Moon's quite happy about that. He got like 2600 XP. He's now level 16. Grabs himself an Ogre Club, but he's not the carry here. It's definitely not worth it if your Medusa's not part of that fight, getting ahead herself. And of course, you're not bringing down that Terrorblade, which is becoming a bigger and bigger problem. In fact, Pax is starting to build against his Windrunner. And I suppose against Medusa as well. You did go the 15% evasion talent. But MKB coming up next on the TB. Once you have that online, I think it's just game over. You burst it down way too quickly. And you lose that one factor that's going to keep you alive, which is the Wind Run and Focus Fire damage coming up from Wind Ranger's MKB.
Lead right now for Infamous, like we said, would be massive for them to win this series 2-0. BKB's been picked up by KheZu. Pretty net worth splits. You've got KXY and Packus towards the top, and then about everybody else after the Medusa have close to even farm.
Yeah, I mean, the
toss. Excel survives. He's not cold feet. Might even want to throw that Ice Blast, but doesn't need to yet. They go after this Windrunner. Is Moonyander in a very bad spot. KheZu comes over. They get the Cone of Pita. The Freezing Field doing a lot of damage. They have the Silence onto the Terrorblade. Still looking for more. Gets the kill on Michael. Finally, Owie dies. Trying to find a Sunder target. Shackle doesn't land. Ooh, just gets it off.
Takes the illusion. Stoneform hits him, but watch HFN burn.
Yeah, HFN losing a lot of health very quickly. They get the kill to Excel, but that's not going to matter as they take out HFN, and that's the target that came for. BKB's been popped by KXY. Looks over at Owie, just bought back. 2 feet into the tier 2 tower. He dies as well. Packets with a triple kill, and this tier 2 won't live long either.
Yeah, you've just got no confidence right now on the Medusa, and that's the power of the Scotty against these range shares. The 50% slow, the HP regen reduction is great against a lot of people too, but you're moving at like 150 movement speed or something like that on the Medusa as you try to walk away from the Terrorblade. You are not getting away from him anymore. You need to be very sure that you're able to stand your ground to commit to a fight.
Sunder kills very quickly by Infamous.
Drains his gamer juice to top his HP up there. But when he's got this MKB, there's just no solutions anymore. You guys are dead. Bottom lane Brawler tries to shove out the lane, but Pita finds him though. Oh no. Tiny. Silence up and he's bursted down. Done for another 50 seconds. He just not even burned down that last team fight. Oxes, you can just backdoor this one. There's no need for you to chase KheZu. In fact, I don't think you can get KheZu. You can just TPO. I'm not sure what Paxis is doing. I think maybe he's just offered to get back. Next tier of neutral items are up in 40 seconds now. So there's that. kind of wasted a bunch of time walking
He
into
threw him in the hook shot. Now he goes down.
Yeah. Signals that up. I think they're wanting to push down mid lane now. Last tier 2 tower, tier 2 mid is sitting very low. HFN just opts to start denying it. Pops a Mask of Madness to do so. That is wild. I'm not sure they would have been there for a little bit still, but you know, doesn't want to give up any more gold. Maybe Medusa just wants to get towards that next item so badly that she'll deny her own tower. I don't know, man. Yeah, here we go. Foxus now in the top lane. Doing that tier 1 like I was talking about, might have wanted to do earlier. A just pops now. Backs are against the wall.
Oh, KXY. Orchid, right clicks, BKB. And he can just leave at that point. Knows that the Windrunner's dying to Orchid burn.
And the last game mechanism on the Moonman to this game, nothing of the sort though, so he's just dead. Now the heroes start to set up down here bottom lane. Then it was, believe it or not, this is your biggest DPS right now, the Wind Ranger. You've lost that now.
Hook shot, Kezu, he's going to be killed off very easily. Michael's in a little bit too deep. Stone Gaze gets used. Right clicks on the alley to turn this Terror Blade to stone. They finally get the kill on Michael, but freezing over. And there's the Ice Blast. HFN will die again. Did for 75 seconds. They also killed Alley. Will take out Bryle. GG is called. Infamous with the 2-0.
So this puts Infamous even closer to the top of the group stage. Again, they're sitting in an even score, third place with 8-8. But this pushes Crazy down and opens up them, I think, getting eliminated from the groups if Infinity Esports.